Oh, hey, guess what?
What?
It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Do you know what Tuesday is?
I don't know. What is it?
It's Tuesday.
Welcome to Topless Toy Talk.
I'm your host.
I am your better host.
No,
And
hold on, real quick.
wait, what?
I'm your host.
I am
Thank you
your
for
better-
joining us tonight.
No, I am your better host, and I thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us. We have well, let's see. Well, before we started, when we were trying to get things set up, you started talking to me about your Instagram account. And I think
Oh,
it's
God.
important that we talk about this.
I don't think it is.
You know, I did give you some advice because we had this long discussion about cosplayers.
It was the worst
and
advice that I've ever received in my
I
entire
know,
life.
because I am very naive about certain things, and so I don't see the situation. So you said, "Hey, I saw these cosplayers outfits, and I really like them. I see. So should I like their stuff on Instagram?" I said, "Well, I don't see why not, right? Like if you like the costume, you're not paying for their OnlyFans or whatever. I don't know if that's going to get us a strike by saying that. If you're not paying for that sort of stuff, and you're just somebody's got a good costume, like I don't see why this is an issue." And then what has happened?
So I liked one post today.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 2B Christmas thing.
That's cute.
It was. I was like, oh, this is neat.
So now instead of your feed being toys,
And so now it's cosplay, toy, cosplay,
oh, okay.
toy.
Well,
And
bad
so
advice. I don't know what to tell you. You're not going to get a refund.
My algorithm, I had hacked it. Like it was just like toy picture, toy picture, toy picture, toy news, toy news, toy picture, toy picture, toy news.
Now it's just
the feed was
smutty
great.
ladies trying to sell their OnlyFans.
And it's not even cosplay is now.
No, it's not.
One picture and she ruined it all.
Oh,
I should have known better.
You shouldn't have asked my advice. I don't know these sort of things.
So now my feed is ruined.
Sorry.
And
sorry about your luck. You'll overcome it.
I don't honestly know if I will, because it's going to take. It took me a year to curate a perfect feed of toy pictures and toy news, and
it's all over.
It took one random cosplay post to destroy it.
Just wreck it. He was like a middle-aged man. I probably should have known that algorithm that would wreck your algorithm. That would just be like smutty pictures.
I mean, it's like every once in a while, like I would show you a cosplay that would pop in, and like you'd be like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yep.
But I would never like it.
Nope.
Because I'm like, we're not playing that game.
Nope. You like one, it's all done. It's all done.
So here we are.
Sorry about your algorithm. So I'll make a hard transition here. So we have a very special guest tonight.
Like a hard left or hard right?
Hard.
Are we going hard
forward? Hard forward. Okay. We have a very special guest.
Are you going to go under or over? Because if you go over, you're going to break everything. So if you're going to go hard forward, you should go under the table.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
So
we have a special guest tonight, and this guest.
Wait, we have people. We have people.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Do you know how this works?
No, I forgot.
We have a format.
Okay, what's our format? So
the format is
who's in the chat.
I tell you, you're wrong.
The welcome is this.
I say I am the better guest. I am the host, and then you pretend like you're a better host.
Whatever.
And then you try to make me look like a moron.
I don't try and make you look like a moron. You do that very successfully all on your own.
And then we acknowledge people, and then we bring on our guests.
Yes. So, acknowledging people.
We're not doing it now. Everybody in the chat, you're just all hosed. Like, Sarah doesn't care about you.
I don't understand this.
But I do. I just want you to know this right now. I care. She tried to just skip over saying hey.
All right. So, we have Mecca who's talking about Jell-O.
Do we? I don't know, because
you can click it. You
could click it if you had a mouse.
I am going to unalive you on this stream right now.
Hey, Mecca.
I don't understand what that means. I'm too old. You're going to have to help me. Then, crop modification.
Thank you for the intro song that you did not make for us, but we're still using and claiming it as our own for now.
Yep.
Sucker.
Suckers. And those are our two favorite people in the chat right now. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thanks for showing up.
My feed is like that. I ruined it. It just all it takes is one.
It probably just downvoted everybody.
Takes one.
All right. Can I talk about? Yeah, you did. He is rocking the red tie because you've got to match.
It matches with my headband.
Yeah, you got to be festive here.
Yeah.
What?
Got hacked by a model somehow.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't click on profile.
Yeah, don't do that. Never click on profiles. You're gonna end up in a bad spot.
Yeah,
They're
don't
just
do
gonna
that.
send you hey pictures.
Fall
Hey.
back on my. What's 10 divided by Twitter? Can you explain that to me?
10 divided by Twitter. Instagram, you like one. Yeah, it's over. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I did. I guess I skipped over her because she doesn't count.
No.
Hey, thanks for being in the chat.
Yeah, I'm there.
Whatever.
I'm in all places. I'm omni-channel.
Anyway.
All right. So can we talk about our guest?
Yeah, go ahead. It's all you now.
So I know it's always actually all me. So we have a local guest who we have met actually a couple of times. So we have Dan from Doomcast, and the first time I think we saw Dan was at.
You're not gonna try and pronounce his last name?
No, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I forgot. That was one of my top things to talk to you about before the stream started, and then I failed to do that. So I'm just gonna say I don't know how to do it. So that can be one of the first things you. Rob's just being stupid. He doesn't like to call it X. He knows exactly what was meant there. He's just being dumb.
So unnecessary name change.
So the first time we saw Dan was at the Funnybone. He opened for Jason Mewes. Fantastic. And I remember you saw him and you were like, hey, that guy is actually super funny. Like, this is a comedian that like just gets me and sees me. Like, he's talking about his collection. I remember this very specifically. Like, he was talking about his collection.
I don't remember this morning.
Problems. And no, it was very funny. Then we went to the Des Moines Comic-Con and there was the Doomcast live. And we went to that, having never actually watched any Doomcast. We were just like, oh, a comedy thing at the Comic-Con, like, of course we're going to go to that. That's fantastic. And it was.
I hadn't. I had been following his stuff for a while.
Sorry,
now,
I had not. And then we saw Dan and his lovely wife at the one of the Oktoberfests in town, and like we co-recognized each other. It was fantastic. So anyway, I feel like Dan, like. We're our like circles kind of are semi-close. Like we eventually kind of run into each other a few times, but
it's not quite a Rickception situation.
It's not a Rickception, but it's like our bubbles like touch occasionally.
A Danthology.
Yeah. Sure. There we go. We did it. So on that note, Dan, with I don't know how to pronounce your name, we will bring you in.
Hello and thank you. What an intro, first of all. Yeah, I did enjoy. Okay, so the Jason Mewes show was a lot of fun to host. I'm there at Funnybone probably once every couple of months, usually. Sometimes it'll be. I was there 2 times in the last month, which was kind of a fun experience, but. Jason Mewes, I knew that the people that were going to show up to Jason Mewes were going to be probably like millennials to like late Gen X, and I would be able to bust out all of my nerd shit and people would get it unapologetically. So I could do like, I don't know, a Chris Latta Starscream like Megatron, and people would know what it was. And it wouldn't be a problem. So that was a lot. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna try and put us back at Des Moines Con this year.
Good.
That would be fantastic.
Good.
If we can, even if it's just like one show. We did a trivia show that worked out really well. I still haven't aired the video from those. I need to get a second camera. Or just like a good live stream camera and just live stream the whole comedy show next year.
So, I know a guy who's really good with video and photography that would probably help you.
Golly. Would that be great? That would be actually.
I've got 3 lights now.
3 lights.
There's one in front.
We got one in front and we got the two back here.
Hey, I've just got one above me because I haven't really built this out as a studio at all, but it works. It works for what it is.
We'll have 4 the next time a sale happens. We'll put one over here. And just like...
It'll just be like lights. Oh, why is there? What did you just do?
There's dog here because the dog is right here.
All right.
It's one single.
we kind of skipped. I feel like we jumped right into the intro there. But like, who are you, Dan? Like, who are you? What do you do?
I do not know. I don't technically exist. I am being generated currently by a series of monkeys putting prompts into ChatGPT. So the answer of who I am, give me a moment for the AI to buffer so I can answer that. So yeah, corrupt modification. First of all, sick music, you've got to follow and subscribe for that. I appreciate it. So it's pronounced Umthun, like something with no S.
Okay.
That's the way I explain it to people.
I got that.
I remember from prior encounters, but I knew you wouldn't. And so
it is absolutely okay because it is really weird. It is too late for me, I feel like, to pick another stage name. It makes more sense. So I'm stuck with it. I could go with something different, but it's just something different. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. It's going to stay that way.
Honestly, I think the more difficult the name, personally, I appreciate like if I was going to see, stand-up comedian or correct me if I'm wrong, like, because there's a difference between a comedian and a comic, right?
So I think the two are kind of interchangeable, but I think that a person, if you do like improv or sketch, you'd refer to yourself as a comedian, but not a comic. Okay. But if you're a stand-up, I think you'd only refer to yourself as comic or comedian. Okay. But other people might not do both, if that makes sense. Is that?
This was just a random thought because I remember I watched something. There was a big debate. Like I can't remember what it was, and I'll have to see if I can find it. But it was a very heated like rant about the difference between a comedian and a comic.
I think it's just because it hits you hard because you went to school for massage therapy.
Yeah.
And so he gets really irritated when someone calls him a masseuse.
Because that's basically a prostitute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, comedians are also whores, but just in a different way. Yeah. We will tell people things that we came up while we were under the influence for drink tickets. I don't know if you are familiar, but most of the time, comedy is not a money-making endeavor. Yeah. It is usually something that like you are more often than not lucky to break even doing until you are at like the top echelon of it. And only then does it truly make money. Like I legitimately know people, and this is not a joke. I know people who have under their belt multiple appearances on like Conan or The Tonight Show or Fallon or Kimmel. And maybe they have a Comedy Central half hour under their belt and they have a day job that they just work remotely. Maybe some of them are coders. Some people do all sorts of other stuff. I mean, I know people that legitimately just run like eBay and Poshmark and Mercari stores, like in their spare time, just to supplement comedy. And then I know people who are just have a rich spouse. That happens too.
I mean, I do make more than him. Significantly more.
I just keep hoping you climb that corporate ladder.
Yep.
And
it's 2025. And then it's only a conflict of interest if you are a direct report.
Yep.
I mean,
not yet.
I'm just gonna lay on the couch. I'm gonna hire somebody to feed me grapes. Be like, this is the life I always wanted. That's real unfortunate because I feel like it's not easy to be funny.
No, it's definitely not.
Or come up with material that like appeals to a room of people.
I mean, like some of these videos, not to make it all about us, but like some of these videos that are, less than 2 minutes, we spend and by we, I mean him, spend hours on them. Like, I mean, it normally takes me 45 minutes to get the face right. But like, I mean, I would imagine it's very similar as a comic. You probably spend significant amount of times for a 30-minute or 30-second joke. And it's just.
Years sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally is that like where there's stuff that I've written that I'll realize like, oh, I thought this whole long bit of like 2.5 minutes worth of talking about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a specific example, but I can't come up with one right at the moment. But you come up with this long storytelling bit or something like that, and then you realize, hey, there's one joke in here that I really want to keep. That's the core of anything, and it's just a quick, like, one line and then maybe one tag, and then maybe you find years later you're like, I've got one other thing that's related to that, and you start stringing that together. But that's years of just like hanging on to something. Yeah. Short form videos like what you guys are doing with the like action figure posing challenges are really funny. Those are fun.
I feel like we haven't done one of those in a while.
We need to bring that back.
So the problem is, you were like, I have an idea, and then people seem to like your idea. So I'm like, I guess you're just run the show now. So like the action figure posing challenge and a few of the other ones were kind of like original concepts that I thought up, but they're more involved, and it's like.
Yeah, some of those take like 8 hours for you to edit, to be honest.
Oh, I could imagine.
Like to splice it all in and to do like the video. Maybe not.
Not as much anymore.
Yeah, it was more when you do it on the phone.
Yeah. Once I got a laptop that could handle more than being a paperweight.
But you also do some really great videos. Like I thought your video that you did. So I don't know anything about this stuff. Like I watch a few of things that, we watch some stuff together, but like, I don't read the comics. I don't do, that stuff, but you did one on Mary Jane recently and like her character arc. And I was actually, as a non-nerd fan, like I'm not involved in this world at all. It was so fascinating how you explained like all the possible like arcs that she could go with and how there really is only one place where she could go. And I got that. That was cool.
I mean, now, yeah. I mean, the crux of that whole video was just more or less like since they decided in comics like 20 years ago that Spider-Man and Mary Jane, or Peter Parker and Mary Jane, would no longer be married, but they won't even bring them back to a point where they're dating. And there are people who are regular readers who are just livid because some of them, I mean, people who are Gen X or millennial grew up with them as a couple. And now it's like, I don't know. What do you do? Well, if she's just been in comics in relation to Peter Parker, what else do you do with her? Like it would be like trying to spin off. Like, to relate this to Transformers, Rob, would you?
I dabble in a little bit.
If there was a Spike Witwicky show that did not involve any Transformers at all. It was just him going to work.
I mean, honestly, I'd watch it because I'd be like, that sounds weird. So.
But I hear what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying.
Like that really wouldn't resonate without someone who doesn't have 1,000 Transformers in the house.
I'm like, personally, I'd be like, let's see where this goes, right?
I would check. Yeah, I get it.
But I understand what you're saying. Like in a general sense, like, I mean, it just people wouldn't care.
No.
I'm trying to think of like what, like in the current comic, Carly or whoever.
That would be even funnier. Is just like a Carly one that's just unrelated to anything because people still recognize Spike.
Yeah,
but if you just
so when I read a Carly comic, I might read the first 10 issues.
You were a bad. You would
stick up with it longer than most people would, I think.
Yeah, it's very funny because like I try to at the very bare minimum, I give comics 5 issues.
Well, but his thing in life is like that he tries everything twice because the first time, if it doesn't work out, it might be a fluke. Yeah. It might be a off day. Restaurants, not every, sometimes you get a bad waitress. Sometimes the main chef is out, whatever. Like he wants to give it that second try, but you give 5 tries to comics
at the minimum. Like, so if I start like a new comic line, I'll read the first 5 issues and see if it and then at that point, if I'm like,
that's why things have gotten so out of control with your comic bin, hasn't it?
Yes.
Bins.
And if after 5, I'm like, if I'm not like this sucks, then I'll go to 10.
That's very generous.
I know.
But there are, I mean, I've recognized myself doing that too with a couple of different comics that I'll pick it up because I'm like, I feel like I have to, like, there's whole arcs of some stuff from like Spider-Man or Batman that I have not liked, but I'm like, I have been picking this up for years, so why would I drop it now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're like, it's like you get a season of, and that's kind of why I like comics, is like once a TV show starts falling off, they're not going to salvage it because the actors are the same and the showrunners and the writers are going to always be the same. With a comic, like if it's not working out, you're just like, all right, these two people who were like the person who was writing and drawing Batman, they're not working out anymore. They're tired of doing it, or they're out of ideas. Let's find a fresh take on it. And you get a new creative team, and the whole thing stays fresh. But nothing ever changes because it's always, you know, Batman's still perennially incapable of getting over his parents' death. He's never sought therapy. He's only just beat up clowns about it, and he's never gotten better and never will. Because if he does get better, then, you know,
Where's
Joker.
The story in that?
Yeah, where do you go from there?
You're just like, you just have an emotionally well Bruce Wayne who's just sipping coffee and reading self-help books while the Gotham gets poisoned.
Yeah, it's a vacation house
by like 6 different people.
So while we're talking about comics here, I did when you were talking about like Mary Jane and Peter Parker. Have you been reading the Ultimate Spider-Man by chance?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So when in your video about that, I noticed that you didn't mention the Ultimate situation there, and so I'm only reading the Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Wolverine, and I didn't know that these were like a short-lived thing, because I actually just got into comics with the start of the Transformers comic, which was so like a little over 2 years ago.
Well, it's kind of like this. This was the pandemic, and it just got
so
real out of hand.
So for whatever reason, you know, like growing like as a child and growing up, like I don't know, like I never really got into comics. Like maybe it's because I was a poor kid and like I couldn't afford it, but now as an adult, I'm just like, money everywhere, right? Like I got a job, but she makes more money than me.
It's gone.
Let's just go spend $100 plus at the comic store. But actually, it's only expensive when she goes with.
I know, because then I find some sort of graphic novel and I was like, ooh, I want all these.
So I'm really into the Ultimate, like Spider-Man, and I didn't know this was like ending, and now I'm not happy about it. And so I might just like give up on Marvel altogether, because on top of that, like I was reading the Uncanny X-Men and then in the X-Men. So I didn't read I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. What is it? Krakoa? Is that, I didn't read that arc because that was before. Sorry, I just smacked you. Take that. That was before like I started reading comics, and so when they kind of restarted X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and then that just like came to a halt for this whole like apocalypse thing, which I opted to not get involved in because I got involved in the Venom War.
This is a really long story.
And I thought the Venom War line, I was like, oh, this is cool. Venom War, okay. Like there's only be a few like things. No, it was like 50 freaking issues. Yep. And at the end of it, I was like, I don't even know if this was worth it. But I had to get them all anyway because I'm like, I can't miss the end of it. So
that's the thing. What I've discovered is I generally will follow writers over specific characters, but there are some specific characters that I'm like, I'm going to pick up anything that they're in. Nightcrawler, I'm from the X-Men. I'm going to read whatever. Anybody that's putting Nightcrawler on a page, I'll read it. Oh no. Arsonist. The gamer's gamer. This is very funny because I did a review of Wanda. Yes, I know. I did a review of WandaVision years ago that had me, because I was so upset by the first 3 episodes of that series that I progressively got like angrier and angrier. And at every scene, I was just taking off another article of clothing. Okay, but I will go ahead and make 2 solid recommendations. If you like Ultimate Marvel, go back and pick up, and this will be much cheaper to do this way. Go back and pick up in trade paperback, just the Ultimates.
Okay.
Any of the collections of that, because that's kind of the main book, because it's the whole not backstory, but it's the whole context of the maker and all of the everything associated with that, like why the world is the way it is, why Peter Parker never got any superpowers, why nobody for the most part ever did. Long story short, and this isn't a spoiler of anything because it's at the outset, the maker is the Reed Richards of the original Ultimate Universe, who just went nuts and you know how Reed Richards can stretch? In the original Ultimate Universe, he restretched his own brain to make himself capable of like a higher level of consciousness and thinking, and as a result of doing so, and as a result of being just generally that version of Reed Richards being a heartless piece of garbage, he turned pretty evil, and is a pretty fun little villain because it's just the polar opposite of your regular Fantastic Four Reed Richards. Maybe worse than Doctor Doom, but yeah, it's a great book because the whole crux of it is like it kind of echoes some of this stuff going on in the real world right now, but at the same time not. But it's all really fun, different interpretations of some of those characters.
Interesting.
In the same way that Spider-Man kind of is like, hey, what if Peter Parker and Mary Jane were married and they had a bunch of kids? I'm going to solidly agree that the maker is like a top tier Marvel villain. Honestly, one of the best. So yeah, go read that. It's one of my favorite books right now.
I think my biggest problem with comics is like I'm an all or nothing type of person. Like I don't really have moderation of things. Like I mean, if you can't tell, like, and so
you cannot be a shitty collector in anything in life. And it's like you have to have all of them or none of them. You can't just have like the one or two you like.
And so it's like I start, going into something. I'm like, oh, there's this and there's this and there's this, and then I realize I'm just like I have like 150 things in my pull box. I'm like, this was not the plan, right? And so I've been slowly trying to prune down. I'm like, I don't know, like Marvel's whatever their online ordeal is, like I might migrate to that for Marvel Comics just because I feel like it would be cheaper.
Honestly, it's kind of worth it if you just want to read, and you are 6 months behind with Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
So they don't put those books into digital format until 6 months after they're out.
That's fine.
But you still have everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't have like a bunch of paper that you don't want to keep up with. If all you want to do is read, that's honestly the best thing you can do.
Well, and somebody, who was it? It was somebody we had on here that said they just go to the library.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
They just check out comics from the library, and I never that never would have occurred to me.
I never thought about that.
Like that, the libraries, and even if they don't have it, they've got interlibrary loans.
But Marvel Unlimited also has like generally an action figure that goes year tier, so there would be a bonus for me.
Okay, well, that's what you need is more action figures, definitely.
All of those figures are always like they're always weird.
They are.
It's always something that's really out. Like they had the one that was just like it's Venom, but he just was like the Punisher. It was something. It was interesting, weird.
I'm just making a note of Mecca's comment here real quick.
Yep, just.
You can, it isn't a replacement for reading comics. I always feel weird. You can get a good summary usually of things.
That's all I need.
Yeah. I mean, if you want.
No.
Yeah, but if you're ever looking for recommendations, happy to provide like what's going to be good, what's not.
I'm just going to come to you weekly and be like, hey, here's what's in my pull list.
It's just worth it.
It all depends on what you like too, because there's some people that I like I said, I tend to follow writers. So like my top tier writers right now are, Chip Zdarsky is up there, Al Ewing, who's doing Venom, Dennis Camp, who's doing Ultimates. Just off the top of my head, those are all solid. Chris Condon's really good. Chris Cantwell's really good. Really, anybody named Chris, you can.
I was just gonna say that. Is that
Chris.
The thing? Is you have to say
if your name's Chris and you write comics, you're probably good at what you do, I would guess.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Like I'm kind of all over the place, to be honest. When it comes to comics, it's kind of strange. Like I read some Marvel, I read a little bit of DC, not as much, just because they kind of rebooted everything with their All In or whatever it's called they're doing, and I didn't get in on a lot of it from the start, and I got to go all the way back if I'm going to do it. But no, I got a good chunk of like Image Comics and other stuff that
And I read like a very, very small amount, but I really like the Redcoat ones because it's got enough like it's got enough real history that then they have like this whole supernatural piece.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So that I actually really like that one. That is super neat. I'm into that. And then what is it? The Murder Podcast? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That is.
I have not checked that out. What is that all about?
I think it's actually
It's really good.
I mean, so fundamentally, they haven't actually revealed all that much, but basically there is a podcast and
it might be this one
that talks about like either like unsolved murders or basically murders, right? And like whenever like it's playing, whoever is listening to it, it kind of causes them to go into like a murderous rampage and kill whoever is around.
And one of the things that they gave you was you actually got
earplugs. Like was some of the promotional content or materials they gave out.
Okay, that's a wild.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I like the idea of that as a promo item, though.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
It was very funny, and so basically, yeah, it's like there's like a core group of people that are friends, and they talk about like unsolved murders and stuff, and
because that's what women like to watch. That's what we like. We like true crime.
Yeah,
it is what it is. We just all want to.
Like,
everybody.
I don't know how much I want to go into like the last issue, but then
because I haven't read the last issue.
She hasn't read it, but something happens and then something happens, and then it kind of starts to connect together a little bit because was this the third issue? I can't remember if there's either 3 or 4 issues, but anyway, like the first couple, I was like, where is this going? Because it's like they have kind of like the whole piece where the person here's a podcast that goes on like the murder spree, and then it switches kind of over to this other group of people. And there hasn't been a lot of like connection between the two. It's kind of like was setting it up, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that one. And then I really like.
I'll give it at least 10 issues.
The new Twilight Zone one. I'm a big Twilight Zone fan. Yeah. I really like that, and it doesn't feel like it's being done dirty. I think Rod Sterling. He was, a visionary. It was such a short segment of time that the Twilight Zones were there. And I mean, just way above his time. And so the first.
Did you ever watch the Jordan Peele reboot?
I did not.
Twilight Zone? I haven't either. I was just curious if I always like that kind of storytelling where it's like a short, sweet, very direct, like self-contained story. And a lot of the the original series Star Trek would have like some elements, not like Twilight Zone was always like it was a twist on real life, but you would get the same vein of things out of the original series of Star Trek, where it was just like, it was this sort of the situation of the week, not necessarily a monster of the week. I don't know. I did love classic Twilight Zone too. I always think about the one with Burgess Meredith, where it's the apocalypse and he's the bookworm guy that like at the very end, he finally has time to read and his glasses are broken.
Yeah, no.
It's, yeah.
I like that one, To Serve Man, where at the end, it's like they're yelling, it's a cookbook. Like that still gets me. And like the boy who was throwing people out into the corn, like just telling people like get out, because that felt very Iowan to me too, right? Like this spoiled little brat child with all these powers, and then he was just telling everyone, you're exiled to the corn. Like, I mean, what gets more like Midwestern than that, to exile the people you don't like to the corn?
That's I can tell you a number of people I would exile to Quinn. That's where you get to go.
Like basically, anytime I get in the car,
even true crime it, you can exile somebody to the corn just by feeding them to hogs, and now you've got fertilizer.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time to me.
I mean, it's definitely. It has definitely happened. I'm sure many times here.
I am almost 100% sure you are right about that.
Well, yeah, my so this isn't just because we're going to go down this line here. It's not hog related, but my family had cattle, and my great grandfather got trampled by cattle. That was how he went. It happened. Livestock is that's how it goes.
Thanks for keeping the mood.
I am keeping the mood light. We're talking about people getting offed by pigs, and it happens. What happens?
Man, damn.
Yeah, it's a true story.
That's. I mean, it definitely would happen, and it can. I mean, when animals stampede, it's especially like hooved animals.
Yeah, and when they're old, when people are old and they shouldn't be out on the farm, like you shouldn't be doing stuff, but you cannot tell an old farmer that they're too old to do something. Like,
no, you can't. Work. No, you can't. Man,
I feel this is a good transition to the wheel of questions.
I was going to ask, if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do this wheel here.
Yes.
Any questions?
Let's transition from old farmers to
wheel o questions.
Farming questions.
Yes. Oh man, maybe I should have some farming questions.
No, the purpose of the wheel of questions was to build out a comprehensive wheel that had enough questions where we didn't have to come up with all unique questions every time.
But I like to come up with unique questions every time because every person is unique.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, we could have a foundation.
Oh, what is the holy grail piece in your collection that you thought you'd never own?
Wow, that's wild. So, I guess, that is increasingly hard question to answer. So now, I would think most people would probably think that my holy grail is my copy of Giant Size X-Men #1 from 1975. I bought it at the time in like 2006 for like $200. And then I got it signed by Len Wein before he passed away in 2018. I got it signed in 2013. And the only reason that I actually got it CGC'd and like graded was because he insisted. So I brought it to him and he was like, I'm not going to sign that without a witness. I was like, what? And he's like, it's $20. Like at the time, CGCing was only $20. So I went and got a CGC witness and he signed it. And then he's like, there you go. And he's like, I appreciate it. Thanks for, whatever, everything. He was really cool. Mm-hmm. And now that's probably a $10,000 comic. Like easily, because it's one, you're never going to get another copy of that signed by him,
right? Because
you can't. But two, it's the first appearance of Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Sunfire, Thunderbird, Banshee. It's a big first, and it's like legitimately the reboot from the original X-Men to like the Claremont era of X-Men in a lot of ways. Second appearance of Wolverine. It's a big book. But that is not what I would have thought. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to own this. What I never expected to own was a like 9/8 copy of the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, which is X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 129. And that I managed to find at one of the mall cons here. So that was pretty exciting. I found a really good copy of it and then got it signed by Claremont when he was in Chicago like a year ago. And so that's easily the holy grail because I'm a big Shadowcat Kitty Pryde fan. I know a lot of people now are just like referring because the Krakoan era, Rob, yeah, they kind of changed her. They made her into a pirate. She started going by Kate. They had the whole thing like 10 years before that where her and Colossus were finally supposed to get married. And then she's just like, I can't do it. And I was like, that made me upset. So anyway, It is what it is. That's Mark Guggenheim's fault, though. The guy who was writing.
If you don't have the drama, though, like, where's the comic go?
Right. It's just like, but it's the same thing with like that Peter Parker, Mary Jane thing. It's just like, so you don't want them to be married because then they don't think there's any drama. I don't know if any of these writers have been married. There is drama. You can make things very dramatic, but the drama is more boring.
If you talk to your spouse within the first hour that they're awake, there's going to be drama. Like nobody's had coffee, you haven't had breakfast. Yeah. Like it's gonna, that first hour.
That's why I put on music really loud so I can't hear you. We got a system.
Yeah, literally the first thing that I do every single day. Otherwise,
everybody has like such impressive grails, and mine is just so.
What's stupid. Yours?
Yeah. Well, I actually got it. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, your grail is so stupid. I always forget that this is his grail.
Like I have like no legit like. I clearly have very low standards.
But we're gonna bring it full circle back to Jason Mewes, which was
okay. Well, that's funny, but that's not a bad grade. Like getting a signed Buddy Christ by both Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
Yeah, like when a Dogma originally came out, I was like, this is the funniest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I still kind of stand by it. It's like one of the greatest movies. The thing about Kevin Smith is he has a very smart writing style, and like, I don't think a lot of people get it. I mean, and I'm not an intelligent person by any means, but like I find it funny, right? And I would say I've learned a lot of words from Kevin Smith.
Yes.
And I don't know why, but anyway, when it first came out, they had these. I was like, oh man, I'd love to get one of those. And for whatever reason, I didn't because I was probably poor in my 20s. I was like, should I have dinner tonight or go find one of these, right? And so I probably had dinner instead. But anyway, so they re-released these, right? Because they got the rights back to Dogma, and now it's being released on 4K, and so like
So this is your holy grail.
Yeah. So this was
this thing that cost like probably $40.
It was like $60 because it's signed, but like I mean, without the signatures, it's probably like 20. Like.
You're very.
That's the thing, though. It's what it means to you.
Yeah.
That's
it's
fair.
Like $10,000 comic, and I'm like, I got this thing for $60.
Oh man! I mean, I remember looking for years because I, for some reason, could not find it. One of the 3 3/4 inch Marvel Universe figures. I was looking for the Archangel that they released, and I don't know why I was so fixated on it, but I couldn't find it for like 3 years. Then I found it at a con for $25. I mean, it was originally released as like a $8 figure.
Yeah.
So that's a huge markup, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And I remember looking for it forever.
And I don't know why, like, there's just not like that thing from either my child. So the thing is, like, anything from like my childhood, I know if I would get my hands on, I'd be like, this sucks. Like, in terms of like a toy, like the old Toy Biz, like Spider-Man, that was like super highly articulated. I can't remember what it was. Like we brought it up on stream one time we were talking about it.
Oh man, yeah.
Like that was like a really cool figure back in the day. But I'm like, if I would get my like hands on one now, I would just fall apart. Probably. Like it's probably so brittle, and I would just I'd break it. Like,
and they're like a highly articulated figure in 2000 or like 1998 versus something now is just like if you showed a child a Mafex Spider-Man now and brought it back to like 1996, it would melt their brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would just like they'd just have like one little, they'd start bleeding from their nose. There'd just be like one little drop of drool pass out, and that would be it.
Oh, Jackpot's here. We have our
Man 282. I don't even know what that means.
Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man.
You
Sorry, I
missed
missed
it.
the
Is that the first Thanos? Now I have to find out. I don't think that's the first Thanos.
Jackpot, why is that your Grail comic?
Oh, it's the first War Machine.
Hmm.
Jackpot, are you in Des Moines?
No. He's one of our East Coast friends.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is there is a copy of that at Mayhem right now.
Oh. Wow.
I was just there last weekend.
All right.
It's a pretty high grade copy of it. So
all right. Well, let's look at that when we go to Mayhem tomorrow.
If we need to collaborate, let me know.
Yeah, because we go to Mayhem, we have we go get comics, and then we get to 5 Boroughs and get sandwiches. That's our Wednesday. Oh, you've got well, never mind then. I wasn't gonna get
there you go.
Anyway.
You got it.
Well, it's not a grail because you own it, so get out of here.
Yeah. Now I wonder what my grail is now. That's the problem.
Should have got an 8. Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you got a 9.6 and they feel like it should grade lower, I feel like the grading scale from Michael Lover, you're talking about Planet Hulk. That was sick. So I don't like the grading scale from CGC. I think it's super subjective.
Yeah.
Because like I've gotten some books back where I'm just like, there's absolutely no way this isn't a perfect copy. And then sometimes I'll get like what Jackpot just said, where I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, there's no way this is a 9.8 or a 9.6. This is not a perfect comic. There are imperfections. How do they miss that? It's just silly.
Like I tore out a whole page just to see what happened.
Honestly, I would like to tear a whole page out just to see if somebody notices. They really are. And sometimes, honestly, they are taxing. I will tell you, though, that at most conventions, if it's something that I know I want to encapsulate because I just want it to be like preserved, and I don't want to deal with the hassle of dealing with CGC, I will go over to CBCS for most of that because the people that work for it are great. Like they're some of the best people like that you'll meet at a con. They're fantastic.
I just never know. So again, like I just started collecting comics with the the current Transformers line, and so like I never quite know is any of that worth getting graded, or sealed. I don't know. Like I just
if you have the first issue of the Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers or any of the variant covers, possibly.
I have several of them.
I mean, I had him. So when we were at the New York Comic Con, I had him do a remark, so just like a drawing of Optimus on one of the sketch covers, which was really cool. But it's always, which is nice that now you've got this piece of original art on one of those books, but it's like that's a little more expensive than a signature. Just sort of. Oh wow, that's sweet.
That's cool.
I just got a copy of the G1 Transformers, but there is no way it's high grade. I found it and I was like, I have to rescue this. It was like going into the ARL and you just see a puppy that's super cute. But I was like, somebody has to take care of this.
Yeah. So we have one of those, but it's a real dog.
It's what kind of dog do you have?
A brown dog.
Yeah, she is. Imagine all the dogs that you don't like. That a boxer, a pit bull, like all of those things
mostly
melded into a hound.
Like the one that was at Oktoberfest that one time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, almost.
It was ours, but
like that's that dog.
Yeah.
Just everything you don't like in a dog.
Yeah.
We have.
She's
not bad.
She's real. She's good. She's good at cuddling.
Yeah, she's an excellent.
But she's even better at putting her nose in and on everything.
Yeah.
Because of the houndness.
Yeah.
And
very nosy.
So there's just like wet smears everywhere.
There's wet dog smears on everything.
Yeah. You definitely look in like the driver's side window of pretty much any car and know if they're a dog owner.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh, preserve and the what?
I'm just about I think he means preservation and presentation.
Didn't in past, but also if you want uniformity, if you've already got a bunch of CGC, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to look out of place. The newer, I agree with you that the old CBCS logo or like encapsulations and everything didn't look all that good. And the new ones kind of look a little bit different, but they look better than they did. So I can definitely see where you're coming from there.
We did one question on the wheel.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
we want to try and break
Yeah,
it?
should we do? Let's
This
do
is why
another.
we never get through all the
like this.
wheel
Yeah, this is
questions
why
here.
like we're like we planned for 90 minutes, but then 4 hours later,
I know, because we just
you know, like
always
it's
do
just
that.
it takes
But it's
one
good,
it takes one
right?
question to just.
Oh,
yes, you're the first one to get this one. So I'm so excited. What conspiracy theory do you believe could be true?
You have like such hard questions in this wheel.
No, that's not hard. Everybody believes in something wild.
So that depends on what we are calling a conspiracy theory.
Anything you want at this point.
Because if you're, so you remember the movie Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, where they're talking about like MK Ultra.
Okay, well, MK Ultra is real.
It is 100% real. It was 100% real. Like they were trying to find out ways to like give people enough LSD so that they would time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
They thought that they could get. I mean, they even based Stranger Things off of it. It was something that the federal government legitimately did. Is they fed people enough LSD to try and make them remotely kill and assassinate through psychic powers other world leaders. But okay. So,
yes.
Everybody's tuned into a different show now.
I think that the conspiracy theory behind the Knights Templar, that they were disbanded by the Pope at the time and then just disappeared in one day with all of their gold, all of their holdings and everything. And then the theory being that they went to Switzerland and have remained neutral, and that the Swiss got their hands on like all of the plundered Nazi gold as well. And that they're essentially like the global banking is run by a nationalized version of the Knights Templar. I could buy that.
Yep.
I could buy that.
Yeah.
Actually, I would be happy about that, to be honest.
Would you?
That would be really cool. It's just like one day I was just like, guess what? We're all Templars. Like, we didn't go away.
We ain't. The bankers sure probably could be.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I'm very Protestant, and we have no idea what you are. So I don't know. My grandmother was very insistent we wore orange on St. Patrick's Day. Very insistent.
I wear a kilt.
You wore what?
Orange. Because we're Protestants.
Oh golly.
Yeah.
Are you Ulster Irish, but you're also it's colonial.
Well, I mean
Protestant, but
very.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
golly.
Your family has very strong beliefs.
They do have very strong beliefs.
Are you Irish?
I am. But mostly Scotch, Irish, and English.
Okay. I mean, I'm mostly Scottish, Irish, and German, so I'm basically fuck Britain personified.
I thought I was French German, but then so now this is where I don't know, because we did the 23andMe DNA test, right? And then they like went bankrupt and were bought out by somebody else. Whatever,
and all
that
of
whole
our probably information is with the Chinese government. It's with the CCP.
But
so
like
it's fine,
when they changed hands of all the information, all of a sudden, like all of my, where I'm from is also changed, and so now I am more like English, Irish than French, German, and so I don't know what I'm.
But I'm now more German than I was French, so I'm like 0.3% French and like 10% German.
But also, how do you even know? How do you know that's real?
I don't know.
They could be making it up. You don't know. You just like spit in a tube and send it off somewhere.
That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty hard to actually feel like that's 100% reliable too, but. It could be, but it is weird that like somebody in different international governments thinks it's legit enough that they want to buy people's DNA. That's crazy.
Hey, Webby, thanks for joining.
Yeah. No. I like this. So that's a good conspiracy. That like really that meets my needs here. All right, let's do the next one.
You want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Okay. Let's see what
we got here.
Stuff you put in here.
Oh.
What comic character would you like to drink with?
Man, that's a very good question. If I had to pick one one character from any comic. Wow, that is legitimately very difficult. Not a bad call.
Just one though.
I'm gonna say there's a series from Warren Ellis from the 90s and early 2000s called Transmetropolitan about a journalist from the far future where nobody knows what country they live in and nobody knows what city they live in anymore because it's just called the city, but it's still America. And it's just like, and the journalist is named Spider Jerusalem. Is a chain smoking, mouthy, real bastard. He's based on Hunter S. Thompson. I think that would be a fun guy to have a drink with, for sure. But if I had to pick somebody in like mainstream, like Big Two comics, which is probably even better, I'm going to say Guy Gardner from the Green Lantern from the recent Superman movie, or for those of you who are comic fans, from Justice League International. Is just another like mouthy, obnoxious, funny prick that I think would be. He just seems like he'd be a good time. That's if we're having beer. If we're having a glass of like wine, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom seems like,
if you were gonna be like playing the Little John like shot song and like doing shots, what would it be?
Oh, if it was shots, just shots.
Yeah,
It'd probably have to be Storm. I'd do shots with Storm from the X-Men.
I can get on board with that.
I bet. I don't know. I wonder. Actually, I've done a video on if Wolverine can get drunk or not. I don't think you would want to drink with him because I don't think that he can. Because if he's got a super healing factor and alcohol is essentially poison, you could never drink enough to actually get fully drunk unless you were just like chugging whole bottles like to the face.
Yeah. This came up, I don't know, on another stream we were talking about it, and I think I said Wolverine, but it kind of went down a similar path of like, well, but could he actually get drunk? And he's also just kind of sad all the time. Sometimes.
So maybe it might not be,
especially when he's drinking at a bar alone, like, you know, whatever.
I feel like if you've got like that kind of a messed up past and you're just really depressed because you've been through a lot of trauma, maybe alcohol is not for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just smoke a bunch of weed.
But you know, I do
a much chiller Wolverine,
just so he could call me Bub and like move on.
I mean, I stand with Spy Family and having a drink with but it would be like an all-nighter and we'd be having a great time.
Not quite a comic, I guess Japanese comic, whatever.
Yeah.
If you survived,
yes. I mean, she was not punching ladies. I'm just gonna say she was punching dudes and all the things. So I think I'm fine.
All right, no, that's a very fair point. In fact, I don't think that she has any female ops in that entire series either.
Nope.
No,
I don't believe so.
So Flip said Felicia Hardy, which basically Flip just wants to walk away broke.
I mean, if you are going and having drinks with somebody who has bad luck powers, you are about to be in real trouble.
Small liberations.
Small libations.
Liberations.
I imagine her having like.
It's that point where I start saying everything wrong that I read.
Yeah.
Do you ever retrocast people like in your head of like if there had been an X-Men movie in the 1960s? Storm wasn't even a character in the 1960s, but like, can you imagine how badass an Eartha Kitt Storm would be on screen? It would be unreal. Like the woman born to play Storm, basically, could never have played her. I don't know. I also didn't realize that Santa Baby. I just knew Eartha Kitt from the Batman 1966 show. Okay. I didn't realize the Santa Baby song was sung by Eartha Kitt until 2 days ago.
Huh. Interesting. Actually, I don't know if
I'm not sure I made that connection either.
I don't think I made the connection, but I mean, I knew. Actually, I don't know. The Santa Baby, I think I normally have in my head as Gwen Stefani, which I don't know why that rendition is not really even that great.
No, but I think it's the one that people know who sings it. right?
Yeah.
It's
But
just
I
wild
mean,
to
your
me.
favorite Christmas album is Meghan Trainor's Christmas album. He like plays that thing on repeat this whole month. It's just Meghan Trainor in the house the whole time.
I think she made a good Christmas album.
It is
I
a
don't
good
know,
Christmas
man. Like,
album. It's fine. It's
it's
fine.
that and trap Christmas music.
Yeah. What did Jackpot say about Ron Perlman?
I don't
Best
know.
casting of anything ever.
Oh, Ron Perlman is Cable. Oh,
Man,
I can see that.
wild.
I can see that.
Yeah. All right. Next wheel. Next wheel question. Oh, what's something you've done that sounds completely made up was 100% true?
Oh, yeah. This is got arrested for having a bear sword in Spain.
Wait. What is a bear sword?
Like
you know,
an
it's a sword
unsheathed
looks like a bear.
weapon,
You know, it's
like
like a
publicly brandishing a sword in Spain.
What type of sword? I need to know. Like, was this like?
What is
It was a rapier.
Okay.
I was 17, and we were in our high school foreign language trip, which was France and Spain. I did not speak any Spanish, but my friend Aaron did, and so they let us walk Barcelona ourselves, and so Aaron and I had gone to the Rambla. And realized that the legal drinking age to purchase wine in Spain was like 16. And so we did. And then we're walking around and like looking at different stuff. And I was like, oh, there's a shop that sells swords. Like it was just like garbage tourist swords, but I was like still Spanish steel. So I bought this rapier and I was walking around with it in the box. But as we continued to have wine, we were supposed to meet on this beach at the edge of Barcelona, and I was running around playing around with a sword, and two Spanish police officers who like looked like, if you imagine Spanish cops, they looked like Spanish cops. They had like very tight white shirts, and it was open like down to here, with like flared collars and aviator shades and like perfectly coiffed hair and mustaches. And they like come over and they start speaking to me in Spanish. And I did not know what they were saying and was under the influence. And so they were like one of them just grabbed the sword away from me, which was not sharp. So I'm standing there. And fortunately at that time, the lady who was our tour guide, who was a Spanish-speaking American woman who was from Chicago, went up and started like trying to talk to both of these cops and like convince them not to arrest me. And she's like, you need to surrender the sword and you need to give me your passport. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you also can't walk around unsupervised for the rest of this trip. Like
you're done.
And the guy was my French teacher, was super upset. And I was like, what did you tell them to like get them to just let me go? She's like, because she was telling me, she's like, they were going to confiscate your passport. You would have ended up staying in a Spanish like juvenile detention center for a couple of days, and then they would have flown you back home at your parents' expense. And I was like, okay, so what did you do? She's like, I told them she used a unkind word for developmentally disabled. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. So I got to stay on the trip, but I do not have the sword anymore. I had it for a couple of years. I don't know where it ended up going, because it was in my parents' house for a long time. Wish I could find it. But yes,
that's
truly happened.
That's way better than my story, which is I started an internet live stream called Topless Toy Talk, where
where we are right now. No, I was actually in Spain, probably on that same beach where you were, and it just reminded me of the story. Like there was a guy on this is not a good story. There was a guy on a bike. He was Indian, and he was like live streaming him riding on a bike there. And there was some Spanish guy that came up to him and knocked his phone and stomped on it and said, "Respect our laws," and then walked off. And this Indian guy had like no concept of like what had just happened. I'm not even sure he spoke English, but it was fantastic.
He was in Barcelona. Somebody smacked his phone out of his hand, crushed it, and then said, "Respect our laws" in English.
Yes, because I understood. I don't
speak
Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. There's no way I should have understood that. It was wild.
What was? What did he do?
Because you're not supposed to be biking. I guess you're not supposed to be on a moving vehicle while like having a phone. It's just like you're not supposed to be driving and texting.
Yeah. So.
Oh. All right. Fair. Good enough.
It was.
I just thought the live streaming part of things was illegal, and I was just like,
no.
Oh,
okay. It could have been live streaming. Maybe that was it too.
If that's something that people can do, then I'm going to implement a new practice in my day-to-day life.
You are the worst with all the things. Like,
I aspire to be that individual. Thank you for telling me that story.
Where you knock a phone, smash it out of somebody's hand, and like this, I'm not sure this Indian guy had any concept of what he had done wrong. Like he just like was looking around, like, did this just really happen to me? And everybody just kept going.
Can you imagine, like, if you were just like in some other country and then someone grabbed your phone and smashed it and said something to you in a language that nobody else there spoke, and then walked away? I would tell that story for the rest of my life.
I mean, I would probably be that person.
You would be that person.
Actually, I would end up being both of the people. I would be the one that would like lose my phone, but also the person that like smacks somebody else's phone. Like,
you did have somebody on 235 pull a pew pew on you once.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they pulled a gun?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna say pew pew, so we don't get
blaster.
Yeah, blaster.
Sometimes YouTube gets a little
yeah, sometimes YouTube doesn't like the G word.
Oh, that's wild. I hate that.
Like, yeah, so I was driving home from work, and it was like 5:30, so whatever the normal 2:35, 5:30 traffic is, where it's a little congested, and there's not a lot of space, right? Like in that scenario, and so there was a car that just started merging in front of me. And I, honk at them because
Rob is very excessive with the horn.
I'm not excessive. I am.
But when you hit it, it's not like a one thing. You hold it until the person corrects their action.
Because if I'm going to honk at somebody, like it's going to initiate when they start a wrong action, and it's going to continue until they fix what they're doing, right? Because otherwise, why would I stop? Because that's going to tell them, oh, I must have fixed it. But if they didn't fix it, anyway. So
you were holding the horn.
So like there was not enough space between me and the car in front of me for another car to merge safely, right? And so I honked,
right.
And because my assumption is that they just didn't see me, right, in blind spot or whatever, right? Because this was also a car without plates, without like a dealer tag or anything. And so I'm like, I don't know, right? Maybe somebody just got a car and they're not paying attention. Whatever it might be, right? Well, no, this was an intentional merge. They just expected me to slow down to let them in. But apparently honking at them was the wrong thing to do, that they did not appreciate, because 5 seconds later, once they realized that traffic in the lane I was in was not moving any faster, they got back over into the other lane where traffic was still not moving any faster, but then, pulled out a thing, turned around,
yeah. To what end? What are you gonna do?
So I'm like, well, the thing is, they didn't roll down their window, and so I was like, I'm fine, because I'm like, are you really going to like break your window?
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, so. But I'm like, but
in Des Moines, Iowa,
But the thing that got me,
of all places, on 235.
What do you say?
But like 235 rush hour traffic, the thing that got me was they took like a good 10 seconds to do this, to make sure I saw it, right? And before they turned back and looked, I'm like, that person probably could have just like, I don't know, unalived like 50 people just of the fact that they weren't staring at the road like for 10 seconds. But I don't know.
That's another good story.
I don't know how we got on this topic, but like that's probably the wildest 235 story I have. Like, but it still does not stop me from using my horn appropriately.
I mean, the wildest 235 story is any time where that intersection with 235 and 35 happens. I'm convinced if I die an unnatural death, it will be right there. That's where it's going to be. Because
the east or west?
Both.
It's just a complete it's bad.
Fun.
Frontline era. Okay. Yeah. I'm honestly, he's thoroughly grizzled. And honestly needed the whiskey.
Yes, we got a little behind here.
Oh, we did get behind on this.
What are people saying?
Well,
like storytellers say, we were down. Megatron turns into a blaster.
Yes, he definitely does.
That'd be funny if somebody pointed. That's what you should start saying on this show. Is somebody pointed a Megatron at me?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because then you can just start calling them Megatrons.
Yeah, but like then they could interpret that as a tank because current Megatron is a tank, and so
it's also
kind of funny. So yeah.
Well, because somebody we know while you're going through these, somebody that we watch, Dave Wonder, who's fantastic. If you're not following Dave Wonder, get your life together and do it. He was doing a live stream a couple weeks ago, and they were showing blasters. And it was like with an action figure. It was an action figure blaster. And he got YouTube immediately shut him down and put him suspended because they thought he was showing something real. And it was not. It was just an action figure blaster.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. His stream got shut down. He had to appeal it and everything. It took almost 48 hours.
It wasn't even real. It was not a real thing. It was
because he was
to scale and everything.
Yeah, because he was customizing something. Yeah.
He
was. Yeah. So.
That's weird because there's so much firearm. Sorry, so much.
It's fine. At this point, we're still going.
Yeah,
whatever.
We're still going. Nobody's been shut down yet.
Also, we're not monetized, and so
it's fine.
Well, no, you're okay. I don't understand it because there's so much Megatron content on YouTube. If you click on one thing that has somebody demonstrating a Megatron usage. Suddenly, like you were talking about with your ruining your algorithm on Instagram, it'll ruin everything. You'll only get Megatron content constantly. And it's just some guy out in the desert who's just like, are you concerned about the downfall of human civilization? Spend $1,200 on this thing.
So I looked up for whatever reason, I can't remember maybe it was after Dave's thing, but I looked up what YouTube's regulations are around that or guidelines, and basically it's you can if it's something that you are talking about either safety or review or something or other educational, it's all fine. But if it's no context or not in the context of the educational thing, then that's where it gets all sideways.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be funny if they had other very obscure rules that you could get banned for. You can't refer to hot dogs as Frankfurters. You can call a hot dog a Frankfurter. They're just very, very, they're just they are not Frankfurters, they are Wieners.
That's legit.
You call them a hot dog, but they are not Frankfurters.
I mean, I'm just waiting for this to become a situation.
Because
I searched and searched, I was
there is no way this is unique. There's just no way.
I was there's no way. There's not already other people doing this, right? I cannot find it. I challenge everybody, right?
But
if you can find it,
we did it on the clock. We did on TikTok first because TikTok has the most stringent things that they'll just ban you for immediately, and it was fine. We did a couple episodes on TikTok, and it was nowhere.
I thoroughly read
you read all the stuff
all of the community guidelines because I'm if we're gonna try this, I want to make sure it's legit following the rules, so that way I can argue against it, right? But I was gonna make a comment.
Everybody likes that's not true.
Everybody likes Slipknot,
and Slipknot makes some great whiskey. If you have not tried their whiskey before, I am super upset though that Wall to Wall Wine. Do you know Wall to Wall Wine in West Des Moines? They had Slipknot there. That they were doing a bottle signing. We didn't even know. We had no idea. So we totally missed out on that.
Shows us how Slipknot fans we are.
I feel like Des Moines, there was a period of time where in around 2011, anybody who lived here, their cousin was Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's cousin was Corey Taylor or somebody from Slipknot. And now it's oh yeah, no, they were fine. And if you were I don't know, just some you wanted to seem like you were cool. You just hated Slipknot. And now it's like, come on. They legitimately got very popular because they were wearing like real weird masks, and everybody enjoyed it at the time. If you liked nu metal, you loved Slipknot.
Well, because Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, I can't think of what her
Kelly,
she lives down in Indianola
with
Yeah.
Sid.
Why?
I don't know. Of all the places she would live is Indianola. I mean, I lived in Indianola for 5 years. It was fine. But if you're part of Slipknot and you're Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, why would you live in Indianola?
I mean, I would go to like south of Grand at the very least.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's some
but
old
I mean, if you want
houses
to
there.
have like a kick-ass party and do that sort of stuff, like you're in the middle of nowhere, like why not?
That's actually a good point, is that having that anonymity, that actually kind of would rule.
Yeah. Because I mean, Indianola is like a chill small town. So you could totally like go anywhere and no one would bother you. Like,
I mean,
you could
I'll be
super
honest,
famous and people would just like leave you alone.
Like if Kelly Osbourne walked by me tomorrow, I probably wouldn't recognize her. No. I don't know. Like
that's actually a good point. I don't think I would either.
Yeah. Like I would have to have like, okay, so I know we joke about Sabrina Carpenter a lot, right? Sabrina Carpenter could walk in front of me and I wouldn't even notice.
You probably would.
Like I would have to have like a picture of her up on my phone of what she's currently wearing, and like have her walk in front of me while I'm looking at it.
I would be like, oh, there's a very small blonde woman that's in front of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
good for her being small and blonde.
Yeah, I bet her she didn't drink enough milk.
I am more concerned with getting everybody out of my way so I can accomplish my task versus like trying to identify famous people in Des Moines. But
that is one of the things that I truly believe is that anybody who's like short in stature, they just didn't drink enough milk as children. I don't know if that's true. My very short grandmother just made sure that I drank a lot of milk. So that's what I believe.
So I don't know what in relation to that comment is, Mecca, but thank you for contributing.
Thank you for keeping it PG-13.
Yeah. I can't remember. I can't remember what we're talking about, where that came into play, but
no idea. Do you want to do one more? One more?
Yeah, I think I could do one more question.
Too bad you're doing two.
No. We
lost it.
We lost it. Is AI a force for
every
good?
time? You and your AI.
No.
The wheel decides. Wheel decides. I just keep that question out there.
As it exists currently, I don't think it can be, because if it's something that's going to, the only way it could be a force for good is if it eliminates the need for human beings to do actual work, right? This is my feeling, because right now what it's being used for is generating text and generating images and generating artificial music
and garbage videos.
Text, all of those things are, as far as I'm concerned, generating garbage text is the job of, people who are paid to write comic books. And generating garbage art is the job of people who, are not good enough to draw comic books. But it's a human endeavor, right? Like all of those things, even there's a reason why that's a barrier. The people who want to use, this is just my very strong opinion. If you want to use AI just to create quote unquote art, because the only barrier to you being able to monetize content is that you have never developed a talent, or you've never made any attempt to create something on your own, then all you want is money. You don't want the truly satisfying, very human experience of striving to develop something, develop a skill, and create something that was not there previously. And AI cannot do that. It still can, and it never will be able to actually dream in that way. It can hallucinate, but it can't create things that didn't exist. It will only create things that are prompts that we give it based on other people's art that's stolen. So it can't truly create anything new. But I do think it could be a force for good if it is out of the hands of people who would specifically monetize it. If we have AI capable of like directing traffic or detecting cancer almost instantaneously in somebody, or determining the likelihood that a person's child would have a congenital disease, or discovering new combinations of chemicals that can cure this, that, or the other thing, or curing male pattern baldness, or curing, small pee disease in people, or whatever it is. Like, if you can get it to do something like that and do it in a way that does not really cost, is accessible to every single living person and not just an elite few, and isn't something that's explicitly monetized. If you can get robots to farm food for people, and clean water, and do the work of like cheap coding and things like that, so people can chill out and live their lives and create art, great. That's a force for good. As it exists now, not at all right now. The CEO of NVIDIA today said that it's likely within 10 years, 90% of human knowledge will be generated by AI. And that's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Just remember that 90% includes your doctor, your lawyer.
Oh my God, that is
like the people like building all of our infrastructure. Just think about that.
So I am not, I only speak one language, and it's English, and I don't do it very well. So, I appreciate AI from the perspective of I can just spit garbage into it and say, can you make me not sound like an idiot? And like it gets me 60% of the way there, right? I still sound kind of dumb, but like it's better than if I just said it straight out of my mouth.
There's a lot of people, I think, that do struggle with that, and I think that is like maybe the main reason why a lot of people use it, is they're just like, I'm annoyed with having to write like, this is what I want to say to somebody in an email, but I don't want to sound like a jerk, and I don't want to sound terse, but I also don't want to sound stupid. I just want to fix this. And it's just like something you have to do for work.
But
that honestly isn't a bad application of it.
But that's not actually artificial intelligence though, right? Like that's just
precise. It's just generative text.
Yeah. And so that's
I just don't want that to suck up like all of the clean water and like make electricity cost, and I think way more than it should.
We work
that's probably why we had all that weird weather. Let's be honest, with all these data centers.
I know that
is a real theory of mine, is that the data centers are messing with our water supplies.
The whole cloud
seeding. 100%.
And then because they're having to do the cloud seeding, so there's enough water to cool the data centers. And so that's why we were having such weird rainstorms here earlier this year. That's my theory.
But circling back real quick, I'm just going to finish my comment just to make myself sound even more unintelligent. When I try to use AI, like I struggle more using it than I do if I just like probably either developed whatever skill or did whatever, right? Because I'll try to coax it into doing certain things, and like it just won't do it right. I was trying to think of what.
Well, it would not make it took you a long time to do like a graphic of us topless, because AI will not do that. Not want to do anything.
There are
that's like real
some
sketchy.
like Google, Gemini,
Google was not
wants to keep it PG. But I with our Christmas cards, I was trying to get it to. I was just trying to create like a background image.
Yeah.
And like it just wouldn't do it because I'm like I want a thing I can use as a background image, right? And I searched the internet, I couldn't find what I want, so I'm like, I'll try this, right? Make a background image, and because I'm like, there's no way I can draw this. Like, I don't have the drawing talents. I'm like, but it's all stupid Christmas cards. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay somebody for an image of a sleigh, in a Christmas tree. But anyway, and so like it took me like 45 minutes to get it to like produce kind of what I wanted, and I'm like, this is too hard. I would actually have just paid somebody for that time. So like,
I hear that too.
So like, I feel like there's applications, and this is just my opinion that I will throw. I feel like there's applications.
There are,
right? But like in the grand scheme of things, like it's not like you're saying creating new stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's actually intelligent.
Existing.
It's like searching the internet, scouring for pieces here and there, and then kind of throwing things together in a mashup in the best way it can.
But I know you have to run, Dan, so I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to plug yourself. One more time, we're going to put all your socials in the chat here again for anybody who wants to follow you. But
no. for everybody that's going to follow.
Oh, that's going to, yeah.
For everybody that is required.
Yes. If you are here, this is a requirement. You know how this works.
Okay, so a lot of what I do is stand up, but my main public thing right now is my YouTube channel. It is the Doomcast. So tomorrow I'm dropping a review of the Marvel Cosmic Invasion game with one of my buddies, Arsonist, the Gamer's Gamer of Noobs and Pros, who was giving me a hard time for having my shirt off. So we recorded that yesterday. It's a lot of fun. We talk about all the characters that are available in it, but usually that channel is like context and deep dives into different characters or different storylines or the social or historical implications of like this, that, or the other thing from comics most of the time. Otherwise, if you're in Des Moines, you can, I'm at the Funnybone pretty regularly. You could follow me on Instagram at Dan Umthun, my first name and last name, all together as one word. I have produced underground comedy in Des Moines for almost 2 decades. So that is like I'm probably hosting most of those things, but we've got regular shows at Bash, the Beechwood Lounge, the station on Ingersoll, and then another good one coming up next year, but that we haven't like finalized or gotten it out. So, but there's another one coming. So, but fortunately I don't have to do anything with that. So that's great because I've got enough on my plate, but there's other people that, where there's a lot of people working with it. So that's that. And every Tuesday night at the Beechwood Lounge, if you are in Des Moines, there is a free open mic comedy show. It is always a lot of fun. It is not everybody is a professional comic, and that's kind of what's great about it, is because some people are freaking terrible. And if you just want to say insane things into a microphone, you can. That's fine. We're not going to stop you. But we also do have a free booked show Friday at 8 p.m. With a couple people who are very legit comics that I'm pretty excited about. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Always fun.
Very cool.
Anyway, that's it.
Including yourself.
Yes, and you were very funny.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was great, and
Awesome.
We look forward to running into you again here in real life here in the near future.
You got it. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna let Dan go because
Okay.
he's got to go do his thing, and
Yeah.
then I was gonna jump into the conspiracy theory.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So then, yes, thank you, Dan. Really
Yes.
appreciate it. Hope your
Your thing goes nice.
your show tonight goes well. Yeah. If there's anything we can ever do to help promote your stuff, let us know.
Yep.
Otherwise,
Awesome.
yeah,
We'll be there at some point.
Yeah. Thanks again
Awesome.
for doing it.
Well, thank you. Take care. Have a good night.
Thanks.
You
You too.
Bye.
Awesome.
Well, now that he's gone, we can get the real show started now.
No, I like Dan. He's super funny.
He's a fun guy.
He's a good guy. Like I said, we've met him multiple times in real life, and I'm sure we need to get our butts to some of his comedy shows. I don't know what our deal is there, other than we have too many other things going on.
We have a lot of activities, and I don't like to leave the house.
I know. That's not totally true. But
What was really
a little
great about so at the Des Moines convention that he does, his show that he did, because his YouTube channel is called, the Doomcast, right? So he shows up in a full-on Doctor Doom cosplay.
That's true.
And has a whole little spiel that he does. It's pretty entertaining. So
he's a fun guy. So hopefully they do that again.
I'm gonna go on a quick tangent here real quick, and
do.
then if you want to talk about your conspiracy theory, we can do that. So I'm a little irritated.
About what?
And I'm looking for somebody to talk me off ledge before I go on a full-on I don't want to say witch hunt, but a campaign against a company. So
is this your Mezco thing?
Yes.
Oh god.
So I bought my first Mezco recently, and it was the Krampus and Holiday Dock 2-pack. It cost $200. And I mostly got it for the Krampus, but the Holiday Dock looked pretty cool because I'm alternative Santa. That's fun, right? super excited. Shows up Saturday. I get into it, and it's missing the mask for the holiday dock. So it's like a white, like kind of skull looking mask, which anybody that did promotional photos for it, like that's all he's wearing. It's like his main like thing, right? Like an identifiable thing. And so I'm like, this isn't right. Take a picture, and 10 o'clock at night, immediately send Mezco a message. And what was it? Monday at 2 o'clock, they responded back and said, hey, can you send us a picture of what you received? It'll help you out. And so I was like, no problem.
Here, I'll send them again.
Send a picture, right? And then today, haven't heard anything back. And so like Sarah calls, and it's basically a recording that tells you to send a detailed email.
Because I'm very good on the phone, right? Yeah. Like if there is a customer service problem, I can get on the phone and I can get people to do things for me. It's fantastic. It's a skill I have. It's my superpower.
My superpower is getting very grumpy and getting people to not do things.
So I called, and there was no option for their phone number to actually talk to a real person.
We're going to try
just like, here's two advices. Like you can submit this, you can submit this. But then if you held on, I kept pressing the 0 button, hoping I can get to an operator. I just, and just held on. They just hung up on me. Yeah. Their phone line is foolishness. There's no way to get through.
So then, it'd been 24 hours. So I responded to the email again. And I said, hey, just want to follow up on this thing from yesterday, which I originally sent on Saturday. I sent the pictures, like we tried to call, nothing, right? Like, what's up? And so then they replied back basically with almost the same message that was like, hey, like, thanks for reaching out. Like, can you send us pictures? And so I responded with, yeah, I sent the pictures yesterday, but I'll send them again. This is what I received and what's missing, circled it in one image. I actually attached 3 images, right? Like to not be confused, like, and haven't heard anything back yet, but like, for a company like Mezco that seems to always sell out of their stuff, and everybody is always like raving about how great the things are, that the first thing I purchased from them,
because this is legitimately the first thing you purchased.
Yes, this is the first Mezco figure that I've ever purchased directly from Mezco, not even like another store, another right place. And it shows up with like I would say it would be the equivalent of like if one of the Krampus heads was missing. It comes with the default head, has another head with a long tongue. It's like if that head was missing, right? And that there doesn't seem to be a way to get in contact with somebody to be like, hey, like my shit's missing, like, and I paid $200 for this, so how are you gonna fix it, right? And so they're leaving a very bad taste in my mouth right now, and about ready to go on a campaign, like a social media campaign, and like an anti-Mezco campaign.
So it'd be like a social media campaign where instead of you driving and just holding on the horn, it would be like that version of like until they correct the action, the horn will just be held down hard.
Well, and because I had mentioned them and like because I did a story or whatever, and I mentioned them.
You did a story about how?
Well, because I did 2 stories, because the first one was like, oh yeah, we were at the market and like I was at Krampus all day, then come home and find my thing. I was like, thanks, Mezco, like I'm so excited, because I didn't even get an email saying anything shipped, right? And then 20 minutes later, after I found out it's missing, I did another one. I said, this is a disappointment, and I got.
Can you tell I don't read your stories?
Yeah, clearly. But then I got an automated message back that was like, yeah, because they don't follow you, you can't send them messages. And so I'm like, I don't know if they see any of it or not, like
that's too bad.
And so like I'm in their broadcast channel, but they don't allow replies to their broadcast channel. Like I don't think they really allow comments on. Actually, I might just start going to all of their posts and making comments. So basically, if by noon tomorrow, if I have not got a legitimate reply saying this is how we're going to rectify this, like I'm going to burn them to the ground. It's kind of where I'm getting at. And like, unless somebody else here is going to say I should not do this, I'm going to destroy them.
Yeah. But jackpot, if you need me to call somebody, I'm on it. I'm very good on the phone. It is my superpower, except for I've run into one other problem other than Mezco where I couldn't get transferred in. And that was a bank that I will not name here.
Get off the ledge, bro.
Yeah. There was a bank that I could not resolve an issue with, no matter how many times I tried.
US Bank sucks.
Yeah. Okay,
let's
fine.
see.
Where you named it, US Bank is the worst.
Yeah,
And
I'll say it. I don't care.
Yeah. I hate them. And if I didn't have a great interest rate with them, I would not have my mortgage with them because they suck.
What did Wall get for Black? What are you talking about? What are we going on? I feel like we're having multiple conversations here that I'm not quite following. Anyway, call bank.
Yeah. My mom skills aider called people. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a thing. People want to help. Also, let's be honest. People want to help ladies. Like people want to help ladies on the phone solve problems.
Because I would just go on the phone and be like, "Hey, you guys, you didn't send me my shit. Give me my shit."
Actually, so
I'd say it just like that.
I didn't tell you this, but like, remember how I was having that problem last week with AT&T?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my work phone is with AT&T, and it used to be with T-Mobile, but then they switched providers at work, and so I got like this. So I had to get a new phone, got AT&T, like whatever. It's a new iPhone. It should be fine, but it wasn't.
It's not the newest iPhone.
It's not the newest.
It's like
it's still pretty new.
It's like an iPhone from like 5 years ago.
No, it's not. That's not true. It's like maybe a year or two old. I don't know. Whatever. It's not that old. I just didn't want to pay for it because it's a work phone. I'm not going to pay like hundreds of dollars for a work phone, work cell phone. So I went over to the AT&T store because I've been having shitty service. And what was funny is like the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not really sure what your issue is. Like it shouldn't be the phone. You know, maybe it's your Wi-Fi." And he actually like put his cell phone number, his personal cell phone number, like in my phone to say he could come over and like
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. That's fine. Let him come over and test your phone.
I know. So I thought that was really funny.
Like, come on in, buddy. Let's have whatever.
So that was a real thing that happened last week. I don't know why I didn't tell you that.
Actually, no, because he wouldn't come in because I wouldn't answer the door. And when you go to answer the door, I'd be like, I don't know that person.
I answer the door all the time. I'll definitely get unalived probably by answering the door.
We have a doorbell camera for a reason, and so I can look and see who's at the door before.
I like the surprise of like, is this the child I'm going to give money to, or is this something else?
And this is why I don't let you answer the door.
That's probably
you get the doorbell rings, you get to answer, and I say, sit down. I'm going to look and see who it is. I'm like, I don't recognize this person. We're going to turn the movie back on.
But they did not fix my phone at the AT&T store.
Exactly.
So that's, there was no help provided. And the problem is because it's a work phone, it's not associated with me or my billing address. And so it's a disaster zone. So
to circle this around, nobody is telling me that I shouldn't try to burn Mezco to the ground. So I'm going to go on a tirade tomorrow by noon.
Okay.
I'm going to go to every single one of their posts that they've ever posted. Every post I'm going to comment, I'm going to say, where's my effing mask?
Yeah.
Be like, your customer service sucks. Like I sent 5 emails, nothing.
Tried to call, you didn't pick up.
Like you're not doing anything to fix my problem. Like I gave you $200, give me my stuff. You broke it, not me.
I feel like I need to wait on my conspiracy theory, or should I just do it? Okay.
I mean, whatever you want to do. You can talk about now.
Well, let's maybe talk about it a little bit here. So here's my conspiracy theory.
We can wrap it up.
So Robert, if you think about your childhood.
I don't want to.
If you think about your childhood, what smell like instantly takes you back to your childhood?
Cigarette smoke and alcohol.
Okay, fine.
Specifically Marlboro Lights and Jim Beam.
Oh, love. I was trying to go for like action figure plastic, but whatever. You go with the real thing.
You think I had toys as a kid? I grew up in modular home
even
facility.
Your toys would have been, they would have smelled like cigarettes. So here's my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy is that smell, like this. So, we all have this like tactile thing. We open a box, like we can feel the box, we can feel the figure. You've got the crunch of the plastic. You can smell. Unless
you don't have hands.
Unless you don't have hands, I don't know. So you have like you can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it.
But deaf,
like we got to think about all of our senses. Like some of us put it in our mouth. This one here, so you can taste it.
I like every figure that I every figure that I take out of the box.
What is the other sense that we're not taking into consideration? That smell, right? So, this potato head does. So here's my conspiracy theory: is that actually there is a scent that is like part of all of our packaging along with like the visual, like pheromones. That's so like instead of it just being the volatile organic compound, the VOC is so like this.
Do you think they put more of that in with the lady bots?
They might, but I believe that there's actually a secret division in the research and development teams for toys called toy perfumers. And toy perfumers they're trying to get that like specific scent that takes you right hard into the nostalgia. This has been around for a long time, right? Like, because they have to implant that nostalgia like scent, those smells that take you all the way back to when you were a child and, your grandmother's cookies or, your mom's pie or whatever that was. Like, you have to have that same like deep seated thing within you.
My mom didn't make pies.
Well,
my
I'm
grandma
sorry
didn't make
that you
cookies.
had shitty parents. I don't know how to help you. My mom made like 12,000 pies every year.
My grandma just yelled at me to go outside because there was like 80 acres of land that I could go play on.
Well, I mean,
she owned a bean farm, bean and potatoes.
Like soybeans?
Yeah.
Okay. Such a weird thing to say, bean farm. Yeah, you are a city person. Yeah, whatever. So this like whole thing about the smell is like to start this like nostalgia loop. So if you're not sure, like it like helps you feel the need to like buy these things to create it, and it's really like starts this lifelong collector habit. So I fully believe that there is this like smell component to all these things that are being collected. And it's just one more way that Big Action Figure is trying to trap y'all into spending all your money on this.
Well, I can tell you that's a lie because none of my figures smell like Jim Beam and Marlboro Lights. So like there's nothing from my childhood that's making me be like, I should buy some Transformers in terms of smell.
But it's also okay, fine. But I also believe that this like
try again.
This scent thing though, it's more than just action figures too, right? Like there's so many things where we think about that extra scent. So, there's that new car smell. I mean, they even have little air fresheners that are like the new car smell. There's this new sneaker smell.
That's just rubber.
There's all sorts of things where we think like, oh, it's this smell, like, oh, it means this. That's probably not like legitimately a new smell. It's probably some sort of like perfume that they add to things just because they've crafted it holistically to make sure that we buy all the things. Oh, so you remember the smell? See?
I don't know what this doll is.
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I'm not going to try because it's going to come out sounding not good.
Nope. It's definitely going to sound like a...
It's like when Crep Modification was trying to say pew pew earlier and it came out. Not good.
Not good. So I think there's something to it, right? Like if we're going to... If big marketing and all of that, like you can't
I think you mean big smell?
No, I mean like corporations, right? Like their job is to sell things, and they're going to use every advantage they can to sell.
No.
So
you said big marketing. I said big smell.
Okay, fine, big smell. We can call it big smell. I mean, it's no different than food. If you think that like these large food conglomerates aren't trying to put like smells to sell garbage food that like no one should eat, like, I mean, did you hear about that rant that somebody from Campbell's Soup? There was an executive at Campbell's Soup that was like, all this is 3D printed meat. I wouldn't even eat this. This is garbage. If you think that doesn't apply more holistically
to what?
Everything.
Sorry, I was reading and not listening to you.
Campbell's Soup. There was an executive recently who ended up getting fired because like he started ranting about how he wouldn't eat Campbell's Soup because that's not even real meat. It's all 3D printed meat. This is a real news story. This is not me making it up.
I'm hungry now.
No, we're not going to eat Campbell's Soup. That's garbage.
I don't want
Campbell's
Campbell's
Soup.
Soup. I want a snack.
Yeah, we've got plenty of snacks upstairs.
Don't try donut. I don't Mecca, what words are you speaking?
None of those are English. None of them are
what
English.
Are you saying?
So I just, it's just pay attention.
Can you type this out phonetically?
When you're around different like boxed goods, like that's probably all fake smells. Those probably don't naturally occur in real life. This probably isn't like a natural plastic or cardboard scent. It's something that like these
of course,
research and development.
Of course, doesn't occur in real life because these are all man-made items. These are naturally. It's not like we got naturally.
It's not just the smell of the
naturally
cardboard
sent to Transformers from.
Well, I mean,
actually, this could be cool. Is if the ones that are cars or whatever anyway, right?
Oh, if
like
it
had
smelled
a new
like
car
new
smell. See, that would be good.
Maybe that's where research and development needs to get into this.
I can get on board with that.
Okay.
Soru? I type faster. I see. There you go. Do you mean Soru or sorry? But I don't know what this doll thing is. I don't know what this word is. I don't know what this is.
But I think
I've never heard of these.
No, I don't know what that is either.
I've never heard of those.
So all those deep-seated, that nostalgia that hits you right here when you see that figure that you owned as a child, but you see the better version here. It could just be the smell.
I mean, I can tell you it's not the smell.
It could be part of the smell.
Not for me.
It's all your senses, your 5 senses.
Not for me.
What is it for you then?
What do you mean? What is what? I'm saying the smell doesn't get me because it doesn't smell like my childhood. I'm telling you,
What if I brought some like 7 and 7? And
if you brought me some figures
and I
that smelled like
that.
smell like whiskey and cigarettes, I'd be like, Sarah, get that.
If I got some 7 and 7 and some cigarettes, if I made that into a perfume and I like sprayed that around the house,
I would murder you. I would unalive you. I'd be like, because this is not the life I want to live. That's why.
I mean, do you know what the opposite would be for me?
What?
It would just smell like cow shit. If you just like made it like smell like farm.
So like
farm animal.
So basically with your conspiracy theory, what you're saying is if I'm gonna use something that works for you is books. So if your books came in smelling like cow dung, you'd be like, oh, this smells like my childhood.
I would be like, oh, this
right
smells
now.
earthy. This
but
smells
like,
exactly
I need more
like
books right now because I just smell cow poop.
Maybe. Actually, it probably wouldn't be that. It'd probably just be like old house. If you had like that old musty like house smell, like an old closet.
She's lying to you right now.
Yeah.
I'll send. I'm not. I don't. Is it Jio? You?
You're not good. Okay.
They are not good silicone dolls.
I think it says chicken. I'm gonna go with chicken, but worse. That's how I'm gonna read that.
I want to know how the word is pronounced.
Anyway. We are at 2 hours. We appreciate everyone joining us here tonight.
I'm gonna go back and talk about Mezco again for a minute. I'm not.
If you want to talk about Mezco,
I would have talked about. I would have talked about Mezco for an entire 2 hours tonight.
I know. I'm glad we didn't though.
No,
that's super boring.
I'm just so irritated because I was gonna use those figures as my toy
Christmas card?
My toy Christmas card, and I can't.
Okay, so actually, last thing, if we don't have your address and you would like to receive a Christmas card from us, you need to send it to me like ASAP, so I can add you to our Christmas card
by
list.
the end of the week, but otherwise ASAP if you want a Christmas card, and they're pretty good this year. I outdid myself. Well, I'm only 50% there.
I'm never really confident in the Christmas cards, but like everyone seems to love them because they're real weird, and you all should know that, right? Like there's not going to be a normal Christmas card. It's not going to be like, oh, we did this, or like this nice picture. It's imagine if you think of our Christmas cards, imagine the like JCPenney cards that everybody's like redoing now, but like wilder. Like that's the closest thing that I've seen to like what you do for the Christmas cards.
Every time I show Sarah something I create, her response is, it's really interesting how your brain works.
It's like, are we really gonna send that to my family?
I'm like,
can we just have one nice Christmas card? Is this really what we have to send?
We got Mecca's, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I have your address, Mecca. I'll double check though. That we have that on the list. But so here's the thing.
Your family is a problem. Mine is not. My family will laugh. If your family has a problem with it, that's their problem.
People have been all up in my DMs, like friends, like, hey, when are you sending your Christmas cards? Or like, hey, I've got all these other Christmas cards. I've saved them every year and I put them up.
We have people that have never taken our Christmas cards off of their fridge. They leave them up all year round. And we've had other people that, so like every year they bring them back out and put them out and display them.
Yes.
Like, these are not that good. I mean, each year they get a little bit better. Like I said,
this year was, we definitely, so we did it twice. We did a card on Sunday and you didn't like how it turned out. So we had to do it again yesterday. We spent so much time taking pictures.
You know what?
It's fine. But like,
art takes time.
It does.
Perfection takes time. Genius takes time.
Genius takes time. Are you calling yourself a genius?
I am not calling myself a genius. You know who's not a genius though? Fucking Mezco.
Yeah, because they're still you haven't proved that you haven't received that.
I'm like they like it's
how
not
are you
like
supposed to prove that it wasn't in the box? How do you prove that something wasn't there?
They've never asked me to prove that it wasn't in the box. But also, it's like the dumbest thing. Like it would be different. I was like, my whole thing broke, or I'm like, I'm missing the entire figure, right? Like, no, I'm just like, you didn't include the stupid head. Like,
the problem is that you're either not talking to a real person, or it's somebody who like they just strictly follow the script. They're like,
yeah, it seems either scripted or
do.
a semi-automated.
Like, it's either automated or it's a script, or someone who can't deviate from the script to be like, oh yeah, we already got this. I don't need to ask the same question again.
Well, tomorrow, either I'm gonna get in contact with a real person, or they're gonna feel my wrath. And
I'll find their non-customer service number. I'm very good with that too. I can do that
because Sarah knows.
Once I can get a live person on the phone, it's done. Until that point, it's a little questionable.
We have two ways of doing things, and it's the way Sarah tries to do things that never works, unless she can coax them on the phone, which sometimes she can.
If I can get people on the phone,
or my way, which is very aggressive,
or in some sort of like meeting situation.
Mezco Jackpot is not getting a Christmas card unless they can magically get me a new friggin' head in a week.
Yeah, because they're messing up our Christmas cards.
You know, I get stuff done.
I know.
It's just not in the politest of ways.
You do. You are very effective in your ways of getting things done quickly. I like to take the nice route and make people my friend and like get them to do the thing that they should just naturally want to do, right? And like we should just all naturally be good people that want to work together and do this stuff. And that works 65% of the time.
And the way I see it is I paid for a service that did not deliver. So there's no reason for friendship. Can I be the first digital Xmas card customer? I mean, well, first of all, you're going to get a paper one, but if
I'm pretty sure we have your address.
If you need to see it digitally, if we don't have your address, you're going to give it to us because you think you're going to not get a paper card.
Yeah.
But we can also give you one digitally too.
Yeah. We can do a twofer.
Yeah. I'll give anybody the file that they want to do what you want with it. And I'll even give you historical cards so you can see how much better they've gotten over time. The historical
cards are already on our thing.
Oh, on the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to grow at some point. You list your list.
That's fine. I don't mind spending hundreds of dollars.
It is already grown. Like when we started sending out Christmas cards, there was like 20 people. I was like,
I think we're sending cards to like.
I was like, I think we should cap this out at 25. And she was like, okay. Yeah, this year is probably gonna be like 100 people.
We're gonna spend like $100 on postage.
Yeah.
Isn't like a stamp like 55 cents anymore? It's like obnoxious. I remember those stamps. I should have stocked up on Forever stamps back in the day. That would have been so much.
The thing is, like, I try to be like, hey, I tried saying, hey, why don't we just do it digitally? One, save paper for the environment. Two, save us money. And Sarah's like, no, I'm going to send people Christmas cards.
I'm going to handwrite those addresses.
She won't even print out friggin' mailing labels. No, she has to handwrite out everything.
And it's with love, man. Screw people who like do labels and stuff.
I'm like, if you want to, if that's how you want to spend your
That is not the Christmas spirit.
Saturday,
the Christmas spirit is that you grind hard and you put all these like you handwrite everything. It's love.
That's not how I show my love. I show my love by giving people money and they sending me what I ordered.
Just like why I crochet stuff and I'm working on a blanket right now. And could I buy a blanket for $10? It would be so cheap and it wouldn't be a situation I could just send that, of course. But instead, I would like to spend 100 hours and probably $100 in yarn to make somebody a homemade blanket.
I'm going to find somebody tomorrow that can actually get in contact with Mezco customer support and be like, hey, you don't want this guy on your bad side because he will never let it go.
Never. I mean, it's true. There's one other person that you're like real close to almost never letting it go to.
They'd have to block me, but the thing is I got like 32 accounts and they're like...
You set up all sorts of Google numbers too.
Like they don't... I have so many like alt accounts for just because I troll people like constantly.
Oh, you remember that one?
Oh, actually, I got an email today saying that my daily Llama Facts email account is no longer recoverable because I hadn't used it in too many years, and so.
Oh God, no! Didn't you? So wasn't that one guy that you were a roommate with that you like set up like 50 accounts to troll his bullshit like YouTube videos? Remember that? Like the guy Justin, like who was the guy?
Oh yeah, and no, I never. I
thought you trolled him.
I did it. I did a little bit on just like one of the things, but I didn't go that hardcore with it.
Yeah.
I like to have a fun time.
Yeah, you like to troll people.
And I like to do it semi-anonymous. but also, you know, like if people want to try to, you know, get all blocky with me, like I gotta have backup plans.
I get it.
It all started with CAFX, by the way. This is where I got my love for trolling, was with CAFX. Once I realized that like CAFX was a thing that like somebody did, and then it turned into like a thing that people made into like apps and services that you could pay for. I was like, no, I'll just make a bunch of accounts and phone numbers and just do it for the fun of it. So I did. I spiraled from there though.
Yeah, sure did.
So anyway, moral of the story is, Mezco, I need my mask.
Yeah, send it right now, because I can only keep this man like in check for so long.
It's about 24 hours, about 24 more hours, and like I'm going unhinged.
And then that's Rob Unleashed.
Yeah, like if there was effective, like legitimate communication that was like, hey, thank you, like this is all I needed, because I've ended all 3 of my messages of saying, tell me what you need so I can get my replacement. And then they say pictures. I give you the pictures, and I say, here are the pictures that you asked for. If there is anything else I need to provide, tell me now so I can get my replacement.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm giving them the balls in their court. Anyway.
It's a cool story.
It's not a cool story. It's a very angry story, and I'm going to go unhinged. Because actually, you know, so you know how I am. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If I don't have the constant reminders, then like it's fine, right? Well, because I follow them on Instagram and I have them marked as like a favorite and everything, right? Because like I wanted to make sure that I could, like, I knew when stuff went up so I get out and order it, right?
Yep.
So every story, every post, everything they put up, I get an immediate extra separate notification for. So I'm like, I see them sharing posts. I see them
kind of like a
stories.
Crazy ex-girlfriend, like stalker situation, but it's not an ex-girlfriend because you actually, you actually bought the thing and you're just gonna get it.
So I'm like, if they didn't, like, if they weren't constantly doing other stuff, so I'm like, I know they're people that exist. I know you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
So how about you acknowledge my thing? And
corporation doing corporate stuff.
I get that it's the holidays, but you're the ones that messed up.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like I got to figure and broke it. My fault. You left a hole in a plastic shell empty.
Which is right here in my heart.
And they can't even be like, oh, sorry, we don't have any more of these, because you know what? There's one rolling around somewhere because it didn't get put in my box.
Come on, do the thing.
Thanks, Webby.
Yep. Oh. Nope, not going to happen. Why can you get this to work? And I never can. Oh, I got it.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a hole in my heart right there.
I couldn't tell. It was in front of your face.
I know. Customer service. Nah, I can break a customer service person. It's fine. I just need a real person.
She can break a customer service person.
I just need a real human voice.
Any other person.
Well, Robert,
what do you want from me?
I want to say that I really enjoyed having Dan. How do I say his last name again?
Umthun. Like something, but Umthun without the S.
And we need to figure out how to follow him a little bit more.
Yeah, I was like, no.
We need to go to his comedy show tomorrow night.
I wonder if could we talk? No, we're not going to go to a comedy show tomorrow night because I'm probably going to be doing my toy Christmas card because
is closing.
Yeah, it's not at Lefties. Oh wait, yes it is.
Yes, it is.
But I'm probably going to be doing my toy photography picture because Mezco didn't give me my thing, so I had to rethink my whole concept. Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you all. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks, Webby.
We appreciate you guys. And
hey, real quick though, we're not done yet.
Oh, why are we not?
Because you just try to leave, and we got things to say.
We have things to say. I don't have.
Okay. Follow Webby if you're not. He's like a startup YouTube channel. He's doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yep. And I won't even hold it against him that he spelled my name wrong.
It's all right. You've never specified, so
it's always Sarah with an H. I even tell that to the baristas at coffee when they ask for my name. I always say Sarah with an H.
I know, because you're a psychopath like that.
I am a psychopath like that.
So anyway, next week, who do we have?
We have Prime and Bearded.
Prime and Bearded.
Because they flaked on us.
They didn't flake on us.
Brian flaked on us.
Oh wait,
he did.
Yeah, he did have a problem.
He had some sort of work situation. Get his priorities together.
Don't let her intimidate you. she's a bee. Behind the sines, she's a bee.
So we have Prime and Bearded next week, and it should be a good time. We are going to really Prime and Bearded. We're gonna have to really go hard for some of their stuff. I'm just gonna say,
over, around, or under.
There's so much. There's just
I'm gonna go hard about where my friggin' Primal Loot is because I'm tired of paying shipping when he releases something new every other day.
We have a lot of hot takes. I feel like 90% of the hot takes are about Prime, but the rest, it's I love how I'm just gonna like make everyone feel really shitty about not having an H on my name. So Prime Bearded. We're gonna
then the following week
is just us.
Maybe. So I keep telling you this and you keep saying just us. So I'm gonna keep saying it again until you get through your head.
Well, you're just gonna let random people join?
Yeah, so we're gonna do an open stream
if anybody wants to join
not next week, but the week after. We'll put the link out there, and if anybody wants to join and come hang out, Tuesday before Christmas, and people have plans traveling, this and that, so we weren't gonna try to get anybody like lined up to join us just because. Just
get ready to share really personal details about yourself, because that's what I want to know.
Yeah. So anyway, Tuesday after next, if anybody wants to join, we can have. How many people want to join can join up till when we can't have more people join.
And then we've got back-to-back streams with Rick Alvarez. So I'm super pumped about that.
So many buttons.
Yeah, 23rd.
The 23rd.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas.
I like to say things when I know it just irritates the shit out of you. Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Webby, you're more than happy to join if you're around. So we're just gonna leave it open, let people join. We can just talk about whatever.
But Prime Bearded next.
Prime Bearded next week. Yep. Yeah. Then open forum stream, whatever. Chaos.
The question wheel is gonna be so good for them.
And then Rick, the RIK.
Yep. And then crop modification.
Yeah, crop modification. You tell us what day you want
sometime in January.
Because there are 3 open weeks, and we're gonna start looking for people. So pick your day. Pick your week.
I like to do a month out. I like to get the month ahead done. Get it all lined up, because again, cycle like that.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you would like to complain about, Robert?
No, but I would like to remind everybody not to spill your hot dog juice on.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, don't spill your hot dog juice. That was so disgusting. And with that,